Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. For today's class, we move on to chapter 3, which is exercise dosage. Before we start our class, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Faris bin Haji Ahmad. I am the lecturer for this subject. Okay, for the learning outcome, student able to understand the component of exercise dosage, and number two is student able to demonstrate the dosage of exercise. So we move on to the next slide. So introduction. Actually, what is dosage? Dosage refers to the amount of physical activity performed by the subject or participant. On the other words, we can say dosage is a volume. How how many how many exercise that you perform. What about the dosage of the exercise that you perform? So the total dose or amount is determined by the three components of activity, including frequency, duration, and intensity. So based on this component, frequency, how frequent you involve in exercise, duration, how long you involve in one exercise, and intensity, how hard did you involve in exercise, will equal to the total amount exercise that you perform per session, or in other words, we call it as a dosage. So today we are focusing on the chapter 3.1, which is principle of overload, specificity, and progression. For the first component, which is progression. So progression can be defined as the act of moving forward. Moving forward. Okay, or advancing towards a specific goal step by step. On the other words, we can say it, you move forward step by step. Example that I put here is simple. From simple to complex, you progress from simple to complex, and then you progress from less to more, and then you progress from light load to heavy load. Okay, I repeat again. Simple exercise to complex exercise, that one is considered as a progression. Less to more, and then light to heavy. Okay, we move on to the next slide. So as you can see at this slide, for progression, this one can be considered as a simple push up. Means that you are performing a normal push up, and then after we progress to the complex push up, you do a push up and alternating by raising up your hand. So if you can see at this slide, this individual is, after he do a push up, and then he raise up his left hand, and then alternately for his right hand. So from simple normal push up to a more complex push up. So point number two is from light. Light is referring to the loads. From light loads, this woman are using the dumbbell. To heavy load, this this man had using a barbell. So he progress from light load using dumbbell to heavy load using barbell. And then the last one is from less to more. Less is here is referring to the repetition. How many repetitions that you perform? So from 5 repetitions, you progress to perform a 15 repetition. Okay, it can be more, depends on you. But this is called as a progression from less to more. Okay, we move on to the next component, which is overload. So overload can be defined as a working above and beyond what one is used to be doing. So means that you are working uh, you are working beyond, okay, over what are you currently ataupun what is or one is used to be doing. Let's say every day you are jogging 2 kilometer, so now you are overload, you increase your load by jogging 3 kilometer. So for strength, to determine to increase the overload, it refers to the increase the load, the number of set and reps. For flexibility, when you increase the range of motion, it had been considered as an overload. And for cardiovascular endurance, you increase the duration, intensity, distance of volume. Okay. So if you can see at the slide, in the image here, for strength, so you are performing 5 to 12 repetition, and then you are overloading it to 12 to 40 repetitions. This one is for strength activity. We are we are focusing on the repetitions. Okay. So for cardiovascular activity, we are focusing on the duration. Okay, you are performing 20 minutes, and then you change to the and then you overload it to the 45 minutes. Okay, and the last one is flexibility, range of motion. You are performing before this. You are performing. You are stretching until 30 degrees, and then now you are overload it until 70 degrees. Okay, so this one is called as an overload. And then last component is specificity. So specificity is refers to the specific adaptation responses to the specific of stimulus imposed. Means that you training to improve specific muscle, training specifically to specific sport. Okay, so as you can see, example that I give there for strength, there is a difference between training for rugby and soccer in terms of strength. So might be rugby is focusing on strength for upper body, but for soccer is more focusing on strength on lower body. Same goes to the endurance to the basketball and netball, because basketball you are allowed to do some dribbling, okay, but for netball you are not allowed to move your leg. But both sport need you to have a good endurance. And then the last one is flexibility for gymnastics and gymrama. Okay? Alright. So if you can see at image here, I just put here they have a difference in strength and between rugby and soccer. So I think that's all from me. Thank you.